Alright, I have completed my task. Let's just go ahead and get rid of this. There we go. Now no one will know I had breakfast. Except everyone listening now and everyone who watches the recording. Hello, Don. Let's get me out of this intro. It's gone well. I haven't tested my audio or anything, so I'm sure this is all fine. Anyway, we are starting with DM Detritus V2 by one Satchmo. I feel like I haven't seen around much lately. Description. Let's just get into this one. Half-Life 2 Deathmatch. Hello, Pebs. You have done well to prove me wrong. Alrighty. DM Detritus. Make sure my... That's better. Sorry, my mouse sensitivity was wrong. Sorry, what's that? I feel like I had fun with Half-Life 2 Deathmatch when that was something anyone ever played. Which I don't know that it is now. Wobbly axis. Seems like a thing full of rockets is no good idea, unless that's just the icon. Nope, it is full of rockets. You could get in here, but why wouldn't you just use the gravity gun? Don't know about this ladder. I feel like it's a little lacking in detail, apart from the props, which are arguably more gameplay than anything else. All of this architecture is fairly blocky, isn't it? And yet I still feel like I'm not qualified to really speak on it because I don't do Source that much. I don't know. Source is weird. Aim A2 Prison Yard by Shizuka. Aim out for practicing AK Cult. Who would have thought? I've read all that I need to. This is a lot of folders. Regular Counter-Strike, presumably. And I did that thing where I have this in a folder and must actually move stuff and have to remember what I'm doing. Aim A2 Prison Yard. It better be called that. suppose absolute worst comes to worst, just undo. Okay.
Let's go.
Why do these wall textures look familiar? Oh, it's a bird. I wasn't sure what I was listening to for a second there.
Team, objective Foxtrot, Niner.
That's not Counter-Strike sounds.
Tango is read formation.
Why are they grunts still? This barbed wire should hurt you. I don't care if it makes sense. Like 2 deathmatch was having me press control for crouch and that was messing me up. Does seem like an interesting choice that you can't freely jump into the middle or through the map, which automatically I think makes it a lot more interesting than most of these maps, just because it's doing something. And yet I still want something more to be going on. That looks a lot less high-tech than this does. Or the whole map does, for that matter. Addicted to maps. I bet this link probably doesn't work anymore, right? I'm not testing it. You make a good point, Pebs. This is just Fulbright, isn't it? No, wait. It can't be Fulbright. There's some shadow here. It's just damn near Fulbright. Yeah, I'm not going to follow that link, but someone else is free to. They can report back. GG A2 Temple Arena CS16. I know that's not actually 16, but you know. It's one of those, I feel like I bumped into a couple of those gun game maps, therefore no weapons on the map. Wait, what? No, that would make more sense if he meant buy zone. This is specifically referring to like an aim map. One of those ones that guns are piled up all over the floor. Where else are you going to keep your guns? Another addicted to 2.org/dungeon. Some very steamy torches that don't make any sound and don't hurt you. Not to say it has to do those things, but I feel like they should. I don't know if I want to know what's going on in there. It's a fairly simple map, isn't it? This is pretty much it. I was going to say how you get out of here, but they did account for that, it seems. Fair enough. GG Grass World. I think it's safe to say what this one's gonna be like. Haven't seen an Ice World clone in a while. Is this a different one? What about UnitedFighters.net? Is that just a thing everyone put in their, presumably their like clan advertisements basically into their maps? Why does this exist? Uh-huh. Very little else going on, that must be said. Also, apparently this is a ladder. Why did I think there was a pathway in there? Probably because there's no detail in this area. It's not all light. That's copper. Seen enough of that one. It's good to know these websites are dead. It's not like anyone would have seriously expected otherwise, right? But you never know. One might not be, and that will be surprising. AI Goal Police. So map how to use AI Goal Police entity basically does is it has a radius around itself. Pick an entity to be affected, start the map when triggered, walk to the center of the entity. Walks into the radius. Player and attack the player if needed. Okay. This is all interesting stuff. What am I looking for? We're back into actual numbers. I think we're out of the recap. Which took, I feel like, a lot longer than it usually does. Police goal example map. No, the TWHL links aren't dead. I feel like they work surprisingly well, given how many different ones there have been over the years. Also note every now and then when I Google something, it'll link to one of the other TWHL links. Like, maybe that's, I'm not sure how to describe that vocally without just showing it, but like the beta site or the, at least if that's still up. But I think maybe the archive one for either the old TWHL or the new one. The one that goes through logic and trick. Or I think. Anyway. Police goal example map. Oh. Yeah, but I got through. Which clearly was expected. Oh. Fair enough. I feel like Half-Life 2, much more than Half-Life 1, would be a lot more difficult to make a mod for something that wasn't Half-Life themed. Because, you know, you've got all Half-Life enemies and all that, but I feel like you can do other things with those. But Half-Life 2, it's mostly, you know, Combine and zombies. It's somewhat limited in your scope there. Tunnel effect. This doesn't... I don't know, the tunnel effect in Half-Life 2 actually looked like that, but... whatever. Oh, right, this is Half-Life 1. That would be why. Thought this was an example of how to do that in Half-Life 2. Apparently not. Nope. That's not it. Oh. Of course.
Welcome to the HEV
Oh,
Mark
probably
IV
give some distance to this effect.
system for use in hazardous environment
Well, the
conditions.
dimensional breach is definitely transmitting organic
Reactive
matter.
armor
Where are you going?
activated.
I suspected this could happen, but the
Contaminant
administrator
sensor
just would not listen.
activated. Vital sign monitoring activated.
That's not too bad.
Medical systems engaged. Defensive weapon
Only that it
selection
only works
system
one way.
activated. Munition
Wait, that does
level
actually have to be
monitoring
dark on that side as well, doesn't it?
Communications
Otherwise that
interface
wouldn't fade out.
online. Have a very safe day.
I mean, it's a shame it's so clearly broken, like broken up into segments, but
I predicted all of this, you know. All of it.
and maybe it needs to be a little less sharp as you get to the end. That's not a terrible effect. Certainly seen worse. Well, presumably it's just a series of these blocks that have a slightly transparent white texture on one side, a slightly transparent black texture on the other side, I would assume.
Well, there goes our grant money. Lead the way.
Have you seen this tunnel effect? Oh, he looks pretty cool in there. Hello. Anyway. Great by Sea Strike Man. I assume isn't related to Sea Striker. D-Rat style map not have time to ending. Okay. There's also no screenshot. Did this link work? What is this map? No, this link does not work. Doesn't work at all. Okay. Lab C Dust V2. That's something. Be a small, dust-like map. Admits that there's a billion of them, but he made it anyway. And there's absolutely no gold. Sounds about par for the course. Oh no! That's not gonna happen either. Dodd Lucko? I don't know. One portion of the city centered around City Hall, German bunker underneath. Is the city German? Because otherwise having a German bunker underneath the city is questionable. I guess... Oh, right. Forgot I have my list of broken links up, and I don't need to find out. Yes, this one is also broken. DE Quickshot 2. This is the next thing on the list. This also is broken. Sounds like it's a pretty standard CS map. Always like the hanging lines though, so I'll play a map that's got those in them. Warzone by this person. Old map and made for the starting of a Half-Life 2 mod. School got in the way. School got in the way again. I'll turn the map something of my own. And it never actually became anything. Gotcha. Half-Life 2. I apologize for going on a slight tangent, but I was trying to figure out how to disable the dynamic backgrounds, and I thought I was under the impression that that command was it, but is that to define a map to be the background? In which case, what would happen if you split it with one that wasn't set up to do that? Can they be not set up to do that? How about that? You totally can. That's interesting. Anyway, what am I doing? No. That's not a thing. I don't even remember what map I was supposed to be doing right now. Damn it, what was it called? Warzone. Okay, that bodes well. Greetings, Herbie. Okay, yep, that's just not gonna work, apparently. No Warzone for us. Aim sucks all. This map sucks. The link also sucks, as it turns out, because this map's link is broken. So we'll never know just how much it actually sucks. But I'm willing to take their word for it. Deserted by Playbus. I think the last one was also by Playbus, but whatever. Deserted town sorta place. Include a BSP because it doesn't even compile properly. I fucked it right up. I was horribly flawed. It's very positive about his work, this person. VMF, we can deal with one of those. And what was the command to maximize a window again? Oh, that. Shift Z. Okay, where do we start? I guess with this building we showed up right next to. Are these decals? Okay. Multiple floors of just rubbish, apparently. This is a dump house. Cube maps. Cube map is one of those words I've heard a lot and have no idea what it actually is. I think it has something to do with reflections, but that's all I've got. I don't know how they work. Or what are these? What are these? Prop statics. Okay. Map doesn't look that garbage. It's like it's got some care put into it. Maybe not always making a whole lot of sense, but yeah, seen worse. Fair enough. Someone blowed up this bit of city. My main argument against it would be the wall that goes all the way around this square building, which I don't know how you actually solve that problems. Yes, thank you, Pebgun boy, apparently. Tried to actually read your name the way that it's spelt there in that chat. That's weird. You've stuffed me up somehow. Aim critical point. Apparently it's affecting all my English now. Well, this is a map I made a month ago. Can't bother writing the story because I accidentally refreshed the page and the long writing disappeared. Actually, almost rolls off the tongue. Anyway, I finally added a screenshot. It's cinder black and white, not like in the game. I don't know why I made the screen like that, but I did. Fascinating. Instead of the description that got overwritten, he just wrote some garbage for a couple of paragraphs. Half-Life, Counter-Strike, maps. Bing. That sure looks like cold source to me. When do you think people stopped making aim maps and such for Counter-Strike? Or do you think they ever did stop? There's got to be people who are still playing these maps, right? Somewhere. People who just never stopped. The rain's always nice, but I know that's just a Counter-Strike thing and not a this map thing. Someone has to have pulled this out of Counter-Strike and put it in the other gold source games at some point, right? And this floor is deep and broken in a really how the hell did this happen kind of way. I do note that the rain only seems to render to there. It's quite noticeable when the water drops. Wow, do you just... I was gonna say, do you just get stuck in this section? Well... Aim Saver. Cyber? It's just Cyber, a swimming area where I live. I made it a map of it. Hope you like it. Fair enough. Something tells me that it doesn't look like it does in that screenshot. You know, the actual place. Wait. Alright, it's labeled Half-Life, but it's a name map. It's got to be Counter-Strike. Aim, saliva. I bet this is a swimming area where he lives. They live. Because I can't imagine this not being 100% photorealistic, true to life. Including this. Sorry, why did this do anything? What's this for? Misaligned boxes. And a... Wow, someone killed a vending machine here. So now there's a vending machine ghost. Just to... oh god, I don't even like looking at what's going on here. That is not a cylinder. Or an arch. Not quite know if this is ever going to break or if that's even what it's supposed to do. This water is opaque, so I don't know what's going to happen if I go beneath it. Might save that mystery for last. Curious where the terrorists spawn. Or counter-terrorists, whatever. I didn't go. Yeah. The swimming area where they live. I mean, I guess it's not out of the question, but having all this, like, diving thing here in an area with this much underwater flora seems... I don't know. Also, if you're diving from that far up, do you really want water that is this shallow? That seems dangerous. Again, I can't imagine this is anything other than 100% accurate, so I'm worried for real life more than the game. War Machine by the Shrub. Okay, well first off, it's only going a major overhaul of the CT side soon, but in the meantime I'd like to submit suggestions on how to improve the gameplay. This map was never updated, or never got a comment or a rating, and it was downloaded nearly 300 times. CSS? I was half-heartedly planning on having a guest on for this one. I had that planned since, like, after the last one, but I never got around to actually arranging it. Because I'm organised like that. It's basically would have been pulling someone out of the chat here. Probably you or you. I say, pointing at the screen. I've completely forgotten the name of the map I was just about to play. War Machine. That's it. I think that was it. Okay. this the portal texture? A portal texture? I don't know what portal textures look like. Seems like those walls probably are. We got some Citadel in here and some other ambiguous Half-Life 2 textures. That said, I'm not seeing much war or machines. Or even war machines. Alright, there's no sprinting. This is the... Getting all my source games mixed up. Okay. Random door. Wasn't even aware those were doors. Yeah, this doesn't seem like a great map. This is what you get when you just messing about with all the solids and cylinders and stuff. I guess it's a fine map for that. Most people don't turn those things into something playable. So kudos for that. DE Aztec Ruins. Yes. Okay. Sorry, for some reason I kept reading that as like Aztec Ruins. Don't ask me why. It's an okay plate. So modest. It's an okay map that I made, of course. If you gonna ask if it's Fulbright, no, stop being stupid. I don't know if that means of course it's Fulbright or of course it's not Fulbright. This is probably just going to be the screenshot. Honestly, I hope. Okay. I was just overtaken by some grim fascination by the way that was written. Regular Counter-Strike? Yes. Really should get around to just making shortcuts to all the appropriate folders. Again, a matter of my extreme levels of organization. Thinking I should do this and then not doing that. DA Aztec Ruins. Rain? More rain.
Okay, let's go.
Hopefully rain coming from over there by the sound of it. I don't know how you balance that sound out. Maybe just pop 4 or whatever, reduced volume, 1 in each corner of the map. It's played everywhere. Detritus from somewhere. I guess that's kind of... These textures don't go with it. Apparently this is a bomb target. I'm getting lost. Still, rain smells. This place is lit weirdly. Some harsh shadows, but presumably that's light. But I have no evidence of that being the case. Hope you enjoy. Thank you for that message, Skulls. It's much appreciated. These are bad signs. Well, that sure is a map that uses the Aztec textures. ZP Aquarium Beta 2? Made for Zombie Panic. Means custom textures, but it should be included with Zombie Panic. I don't have Zombie Panic. Is this a mod that is known? Am I likely to be able to find Zombie Panic? I have no idea what Zombie Panic is. I've never heard of it. Half-Life, I guess. The old source, rather. Okay, so what? Multiplayer? Okay. Downloads. I can never remember where to find the actual files on this website. 1.0 seems like the one to go for. Everyone's saying they've played the source version. The difference is I've never heard of it at all. Guess let's do the next one while we wait for that. GG Hell, yes. Gun game map, dark sounds and models. You know, the 3 elements. Use 2 buttons in map to make things shift and change. I am somewhat intrigued with this map, but this download link didn't work either, so can do. I guess that did fill in the time. I can keep. Well, actually, I'll leave this over here. Rah, an installer. I was a slight worry, but these are the sacrifices I make. Please bear with me while I go and install all this. These viruses on here. On Half-Life, sure, that sounds right. Presumably this is it here. Okay. So isn't it going to be another example of me playing a custom map for any of the official maps? But this is what I do. I am going to have to restart Steam, no doubt. I know someone posted a way of doing it without restarting Steam in there last time, but I forgot to note that down. You fell asleep, I take it. run the usual risk of this having some music that's going to kick in quite loud until I manage to turn it down. Here we go. Said here we go. And the game starts up. Yes, there we go. So volume 2. MP3 volume is a different thing. Thank you. Dock, shift, heathens. And then I guess I do this map, because that's the only reason I have this mod. Alright. Yep. Can I run around without having players join? Can I spectate from here? What if I just go ahead and hit restart? Spectate. Let me spectate. It's not letting me spectate. No. So she's on. Start. I don't know that no clip is actually going to help me, but that's all I've got. It didn't even work. Well, that makes doing this a problem. If it's gonna be all actually requiring multiplayer. Unless anyone has any immediate suggestions for how I might be able to do anything. Because I don't have any ideas. Short of actually bots, you say. I don't know. Nope. Unless it's just not carrying on. Nope. Lord knows I might. It basically means I have to conclusion whether it's actually worth finding someone else to install this mod, put the map in there, and actually run a server to play this multiplayer just to look at this map, which may or may not actually deserve such treatment. I believe they call that a Freudian slip. Maybe. I will put that aside, I guess, and try to figure out something to do with it. Possibly nothing. Purely because of the nature of the setup. But we'll see. F3 might enter spectator mode. Well, look, I will give it a go. Even if it means going back into it. Because if it means not skipping over it, that's a good thing. Oh, I pressed every F button and no such luck. Now I've taken a screenshot. Oh well, worth a shot. Yes, I was pressing that button, it wasn't doing anything. I assure you I did try the big ol' spectate button. Yeah. Well, I'll probably not ever go back to that, but it's there. You never know. Beta of my Mac 10 TMP map, Millpillars. Yeah, and also bomb site is also bomb site. Right. I was trying to figure out what bomb site meant, then I realized that's just that's a homophone that was used in place of the actual thing. Nades and armor. How do you nade an armor? On top as well. Can be via style map or gun game. Let me know how it is. I made it when I was drunker than a skunk. Now we have the proper context for this creation. I've also just now noticed the name and am shaking my head as appropriate. Well, surely no one would say drunk as a skunk if they weren't actually getting drunk, right? Okay. I guess the theory is anyone who's actually going up here will be getting mowed down by people from below, in theory. But I can nade the armor from here. Do jumping puzzles, which CS is really well known for. And that's this map. Where are these textures from? Fair enough. Backyard Club map end. First map with custom textures. Same thing. Hidden hallway and secret room filled with guns. Imagine literally filling a room with guns. That seems unsafe. Especially since the guns in this game are always loaded. What am I thinking? What am I doing? Regular Counter-Strike? This folder. Okay. This sure is one of these maps. No, assumed those were doors. This is fun and all, but why am I doing it? Oh, you can't get in here. Job here is done. Who knows, there's not going to be a whole lot else for me to do here. DE Temple Falls CZ. First attempt at a large map with bomb objectives. So presumably this is condition 0, given the name. All those maps seem to follow that same layout, so I must be right. No. But if I turn on bots, these maps would be much more annoying. I'm thinking about it. Original Counter-Strike didn't have bots, did it? At least not by default. I didn't remember playing with bots, but I think it was a third-party thing. I'm listening. Is this a secret? Secret behind every one of these. Okay, yes, sort of. Don't know what's happening, but here we are. They're not explosive. What are these structures? Mad with solids. I like these very cubic barrels. Just under the impression these didn't explode, but I guess they just needed more than I gave it. Something's weird about these steps, and I think it's these very scaled down textures here. I guess I'll do this.
Bomb has been planted.
I don't know, those fingers are getting a bit like that one mod we played in Sven. I don't know why I'm still running around. I feel like there's not much to see that I haven't already established. I think we know where we're at. Oh, you can swim in this water. But I think it's too thin to actually get up. Because you'd have to get around. That's a shame.
Terrorists win.
That'll do. Tram rail sections. Several rail sections designed for any kind of rail transportation. Sections included straight rail, upward curving rail, sloping rail, all turns 90 degrees, several split rail sections, multipathing, diagonal rails. Or 666. RMF. You clearly took that screenshot in game. Just include the BSP for people like me. 11 years later. Okay. Minis don't look that bad. It's more just amused at the very sales pitchy nature of the description. You seem fine if you want to do something like this. If you want exactly those kinds of rail sections. RAM. Dust. 2. B3. The first map. It is not made by me, just edited Dust 2. Uh-huh. This is under Half-Life, but I don't know if I believe that. But if it's an edited Dust 2, let's assume that it's supposed to be Counter-Strike. You mean maps in place of dead links on other maps? Maps you don't own? You'd have to go and find them first, and that's... let's face it, that's half of what I'm doing. Alright, seems we were right. This sure seems like Dust 2. One more thing in the list of things I keep meaning to figure out and never doing is figuring out why that section of sky is different to all the rest. I'm sure it's not meant to be. Wow, I wonder if this shitty looking section is the part they added on. Figures. I feel like I have so little to say about all of this. They took Dust 2 and stuck some shit on top of it. How did that truck get there? Why is there a wheel here? I believe you could make a good Dust 2, but that maybe no one has. I don't think this is it, for the record. Untitled Learning Project. Small single-player campaign source. Work in progress. Write a screenshot as requested by Penguin Boy. Very dark screenshot. This is And this seems very much like a dark screenshot that was literally just cranked up the brightness, not made the brightness of the screenshot brighter. The area where you took the screenshot. Anyway, 4668, Ravenholm map. Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2, maps, paste. I think the real question is not sure why people remake exactly Dust 2. Again. If I could rig up Half-Life 2 to always start on a background map. Something simple and stream related. Just for laughs. I've forgotten what the map is called. Ravenholm map. Oh, good. It's one of those. I was worried that these maps not working is something I've done wrong, but I think that's not the case. Mini card game by H-Life Hot Dog. Posing Force multiplayer. Table with cards everywhere. I think that's it. That's what the map is. Gearbox. That's it. I think it was multiplayer. Okay. Oh, look, already this is far too many two of clubs. This is. Oh, chips. Oh, I'm sorry for Irby. Crisps. You know, gambling crisps. Yeah, the sniper rifle will be up in the high spot. That seems very unbalanced. And it always does. Oh no. Broke this coffee cup. Why is there a coffee cup in the middle of the table? I think that there is the definition of nitpicking. In these impossible card structures, why is there a coffee cup in the middle of the table? You'd never reach all the way in there. I think you can get to the top of these. Not that easily, anyway. I mean, I could see some novelty fun being had on a map like this. Well, except for the view distance issues there. And just how many twos of clubs can I see in this shot alone? All of those angled ones up there on the right, they're all twos of clubs. All these ones are twos of clubs. There's one. There's a billion along here. Why is that? Is it just me? Why is this card so... I'm standing on twos of clubs. I mean, again, pretty sure that's the definition of nitpicking, but still. Advanced scripts. How to create a sequence of sequences. Ooh. Walk into this room where a citizen stands. I think this is the start of a joke. You want to go past him, but he is blocking the way. So you go back, when you turn around, the citizen walks away from the door and goes to the window instead, and a new loop sequence begins. Scripts might seem easy, but they can be a real pain in the arse. Okay. Two. Again. Feel kind of bad that I've only just now gotten Irby's joke there. I keep forgetting the name of what I'm supposed to be going for. Mad Cow Advanced Scripts. And Source, for some reason, always hates coming back from an alt tab. Okay. Doesn't care. Absorbed with this void we found ourselves in. Multi X2 Ink Hinge. This example will show how to make NPCs attack bullseyes. How to use relationships to make NPCs friendly or hostiles. Hinges to hang objects from a specific point or angle. Example, a citizen stands on a platform held up by 4 strong pillars. A zombie will attack the wooden pillars so the platform falls. Air quotes. On the citizen, which kills him. Platform hung up by a fizz hinge on the other end. So on, so on, so on, so on. I think the next one is also one of these Half-Life 2 example maps, so I should probably try and remember not to close Half-Life 2 and just do it from there. In fact, real smart thing would have been to copy all the maps in there first, but I didn't do that, so... really hoping that would be swinging enough to kill it. I don't think I can push this. Anyway. Number 3, multi-X3 ink counter. I'm just gonna jump into this one without reading the description. Mad cow if. Hello. I did it. I figured it out. Don't have cheats on. Cool, we'll shoot you in 30 seconds. Okay, but we didn't even notice that. You know, put the wrong can in the wrong box, that won't work. Okay. Zombies and bullseyes. Okay, clearly more. Wait, it seems like a map that he made an example map to show how to do, which is, how did he upload this after the other one? Oh, this is going to be Half-Life 2, isn't it? Nope. This one. Oh. I think if it was going to load, it would have actually come up. So that's why it was called bullseyes. These are actually called bullseyes. I think it's fairly obvious what they do. What monster makers became, clearly. Anyway. D Flintstones. Which, it's fairly obvious where that was gonna go. This link was broken, my list is telling me. Work on my first vehicle. Someone's trying to make funk vehicles. People like those, right? I was never 100% sure. Is everyone going on about funk vehicles actually because people liked them or because they were so janky? Or both? I know, I think it was Captain Terror used to go on about those a lot. Where's he anyway? He hasn't been around for yonks. Ravenholm map 2. Okay, this almost certainly isn't going to work either, is it? Also has the same name, so. And crash. I'm not going to try that a second time. I think we can tell it's not going to go. Okay. Cinder like a bunker with logs stored in it. This is always a reassuring statement. Everything else about this, less reassuring. Nope. Okay. They were right. It sure is. These are very neat logs. Also, not always touching each other, which is weird in its own way. And that one got a retext at the end of. That's not a bleeding style tree.
Fire in the hole!
It's just asking for someone to get stuck somewhere. And also noting that that is the same pile of logs. There's some slight lighting issues here. Don't even know how they managed that. Anyway. Oh god. Aim came in. T-spawn light does not work. That's the least of the problems I can identify from here. Oh good, and the one texture that actually made up the map wasn't a standard one anyway. Go on, what was it called? Some wood one. Fair enough. For some reason, village number 23. And snow, of course. Again, the three elements. X cool rivers. Example map on how to make them cool rivers. Huh? We're gonna see some cool rivers. I will accept nothing less. X, that's right.
Okay, let's go.
Cool River isn't the first thought when I see this. Hell, River isn't the first thing I think when I see this. This is more of a river. About the same amount of sea fighting though. No, it's just these two, I guess. I mean, they're better than a rectangular divot in the ground that goes the entire way across a map, but they could be cooler. Alright, the skill file is a file that allows you to modify the health of all monsters' damage inflict. Oh, wait. The file is already in there, isn't it? That's a standard file. In one of these. Yeah, that one. So, what exactly does this example map comprise? Another one. As far as I can tell, the same one. Okay. Maybe he edited it somewhere. Grey City G. I not wit to compile. This person who presumably was trying to correct him in some way did almost as badly. Curious what this is, because that screenshot's pretty good. Okay, it is grey. This is ludicrously steep stairs. To nowhere, I guess. There's a spawn point in the sky, which I think was a Beatles song. And presumably sitting scientists doing God knows what. Curiously, I don't know where that screenshot on the site was taken. No big loss. NPC template maker. Ever been in a battle for Half-Life 2 maps? Enemies continuously spawn and they don't know where they're coming from? That's really annoying. I mean, here's an example of how to do that. Or if this map will work. Certainly some of these Half-Life 2 maps actually have worked. Why are some broken when some aren't? Due to this update that Peps, I think, mentioned earlier. my weapons. I don't think you're supposed to win that. That's not a screenshot. Abydos? Abydos? Basic working Stargate and rings. Okay. Wouldn't be the first one we've seen. The VMF, Counter-Strike Source, it is actually labelled. Which is always nice.
Okay, let's go.
Basic is the key word there, I think. Less said about all the missing textures, the better. The Serious Sam makes me want to go all the way around this pyramid because there'd probably be a secret there, but I know this is not that. It's just very dark here. Tell me that was it. That's definitely how the Stargate works. Okay, I guess that's it. I've never sat down and watched through any of the Stargate, though I certainly caught a lot of it just because it was on. I should probably do that at some point. People like that, right? Unfinished CS Urban Bend. Spelled Urban Nebula wrong. Urban End. Eula. That is my map so far. It's finished, but I assume that other people might disagree. That bodes well. Regular? Counter-Strike? I guess? Yeah, that's gotta be. This doesn't really strike me as urban. With the boxes and industrial look to the place. Just these big old pipes with an invisible wall in them at street level. If this is a street, I don't know what this is supposed to be. I can't speak too definitively because it's just... God only knows. that's about it though. It doesn't look that bad. Oh wait, did Scales make this? Is this his cool rivers? Let's check. It was. CS Frigid. Remember my experimental map CS Rainfield. Okay. Edit big fucking map, apparently. Does it sound like this is quite open and it's just the fog that would prevent you from killing people from God knows where? Sort of. Don't want to invoke any kind of battle royale games, but something like that perhaps. Is this a fog vehicle? It is. Aha. He's not very fast. So the visual distance, purely how far you can see, is pretty much the only limiting factor of seeing people, I think. Judging by this. It would actually be incredibly easy to see people on the horizon. The fact that there are snowmobiles, kind of cool. That doesn't make that sound. Not screech tires in snow on a snowmobile. Also, I think walking is actually faster. It's kind of neat that I can't have no idea where on the map I am. If neat is the right word. They react like bumper cars. Probably be able to do a decent map like this in Source. Just with proper fog instead of not being able to see, literally the game not rendering at that distance. And, more trees and various stuff. Where is the Counter-Strike Source Battle Royale mod? Someone's got to be doing that. I don't know if anyone wants it, but someone has to be doing it. Fight yard, snowy buildings. Description: just snowy. Why would we need any more detail than that? I hate this already. It's implied that you can swim on those. And you can, but you shouldn't be able to. And I hate that you can. I played a hot second of that. Of the danger zone stuff. Yeah, which was more enjoyable once I could play it reliably without my computer dying. For probably unrelated reasons. mini dust. Scal's been making a lot of maps around this point. I hate this as well. There's such a stark difference in the quality of the maps. They're all made by the same person, yet some of these later maps just, well, much worse than some of the earlier ones. Like, why does this exist? DM caught by someone who isn't Scowls. Great shot before can be shot through from the use of clips and illusionaries. I forget, do clip rushes, what do clip rushes stop apart from players? Do they stop anything? They don't stop bullets, do they? But would they stop, say, bees or rockets, grenades? I forget how they work. Alright, I did not clean this one out. Means I actually have to try and remember what it was called. DM called. Only players. Okay. Suppose there wouldn't be any way to allow bullets but not other kinds of weapons. Alright. Can you get up there? Right. I missed these ladders. Do you want to get up here? Yeah, you know, satellite operations. And you can press it immediately afterwards again. Oh. Well, that's that. Alright, I am going to say that's enough for today. We're getting around 10 o'clock. And I have done enough for now. So says me. We'll be coming back to Fight Yard Classic, which either means... Actually, no, that just means it's a map made of glass, doesn't it? We know how those go. So you've got that to look forward to. But yeah, I guess that's it for now, and I will catch everyone next week, hopefully with someone else, if I bother to do that work. Because I'm dedicated like that. Bye bye.